Oh, there's a good one. That's a good one. I don't know if I hooked them good or not. There's the good one. Oh, broke off. There we go. Purple jig eater.
Larry catches the biggest bass.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today I was thinking, I was like, it's close to the holidays. I'm here a couple days before Thanksgiving because I want to go ahead and get this out to y'all for December. I know you're thinking about what should I buy a loved one? What should I buy for myself? What should I ask my wife's sister, cousin, whoever for Christmas? And I was like, all right, so there's one series of rod that I personally have really loved, and when I was coming up as a fisherman, I always wanted like the same rod, like, you know, series, one rod that I can do everything with. You know, I also have some specialty rods that like do specialty things, but the one rod that I've really fallen in love with is the Veritas PLX series, and we're gonna go into Bass Pro today. I have a whole bunch of them already, but I wanna see if they have any different ones, and we're gonna do a video about them. We're gonna go out fish with them and hopefully catch a whole bunch of bass. So I'm here at like the best time of year because there's always so many people here at the end of the year, so might be a little weird with the camera, but we'll make it happen. We'll make it work. So see y'all on the inside. Hopefully they have live scope on sale too, because I want to get that for myself for Christmas. So we'll see if we can hook that up. Bass Pro also has the Autopilot 136. I might leave out of here with that. These Bass Pro trips just get stupidly expensive. I say that every time I come in here and always spend way more money than I plan on. Ooh, got the Christmas tree up. More seconds of talking to the employee about it to getting it. I was close. I was like, yeah, just run it up, line it up, run it up right now. But not today. We're gonna go look for the Veritas rods. Hopefully they have them in stock. I didn't check, but I imagine Bass Pro will be the best option. Most of these rods are under $100. I know they have some that can be a little bit more pricey, but right now I'm sure some places probably have some deals going on them. And also I have them linked down below in the description if you want to check them out online. But sometimes I've stumbled across these rods at Academy for like $79, but sometimes you have to do a little bit of digging to find the deep discount. But I know personally, I know for a fact that they're great rods. I just want to see if they have anything different. I have a 7-foot medium heavy, I have a 6'6" medium heavy, I have a 7'3" heavy, and I wouldn't mind having like one that's kind of for bladed jigs, like a 7'5" heavy or medium heavy, or maybe even a 7'3" medium heavy. I don't know what I'd use it for, but it would be nice. Or even like a 6'10" for like jerk baits, because it's kind of that time of year. Like a 7-foot medium for cranks. I don't know. We'll see what they got back here. This is why Bass Pro Shops is dangerous for me, because you walk by like some of the section and you start seeing stuff on sale and you're like, hey, I can get that. I can afford $7 for the lure. Oh man, I haven't been in Bass Pro in a minute. They got the dimes in here. These are actually very, very clutch. I like the dime 6s, and I don't know if they have them. Oh yeah, here they are.
And it looks like it's pretty popular because there's not a lot of them in here. This is the color right here. That's the best color, depending on your water. I love a good chartreuse crankbait.
We didn't come in for that. We came here for Veritas. All right, let's see if we can find them. All right, found the Veritas. Now we get to have the fun part of looking through every one of them. Look at this one. I have to show y'all how big this rod is. Look at it. It's like a baseball bat. I feel like you buy that for like the spawn time of year. You know, like when the geese get crazy and they're like chasing you around the pond bank and there's like duck poop everywhere. I feel like that's what you use that for. That's like it's a geese getter. So they have a 7-11 heavy. Golly. So I guess that's what like some people like for like flipping. And I kind of would like to use it today whenever we go out fishing. It's 7-foot heavy, 7-foot heavy, 7-foot medium heavy, 7-foot medium, 6'10" medium heavy. That's not bad. It's kind of stiff. I don't know if I like that for it. No, it doesn't feel too stiff. Okay, that's option number one. Out of the selection of rods that they have in here, I really don't see anything that tickles my fancy, and I have 5 of these at home, so we'll just rig those up and we'll go out with those. Nonetheless, they have them in spinning,
but they have them in all different options. They're $120 here at Bass Pro, but I'm telling you, you can get them cheaper at Academy if you can find them in stock online there.
All right, guys, that's it. We're not getting a rod today. I hope I didn't let you down, but we're gonna go fishing with the ones that we do have, because we have a bunch of them, and I feel like I can save this $100 and we can go buy another piece of tackle or fishing equipment that you guys recommend in the comments. So with that being said, we're gonna head to the car, go load up our stuff. We're gonna take all of our gear out, and I'll tell y'all what I like using the rods for and how I like to use them. And we are going to go hopefully catch some big old big mouth bass here in a second, so stay tuned. Really what I'm gonna do down this bank and what I'll...
What's up? What's going on? So we have our Veritas combos
or not even combos, just Veritas rods ready to go. We got 3. I have 2 7-foot medium heavies that I'm probably gonna throw jigs on today because we have entered the winter. It's cold out here. Well, it's probably like 40 something degrees. Not super cold, but I mean, it's cold enough. It's cold for me. And we have 1 spinning rod. We have a Revo Rocket spinning reel. It's a fast gear ratio spinning reel with a Ned rig on it. The bite has kind of started to slow up out here a little bit. So I haven't thrown a Ned rig out here at all, but I mean, I can't imagine that it's a bad idea to try it. So we have 2 jigs and a Ned rig, and hopefully I don't bore y'all to death, but hopefully we can have a whole bunch of fun and catch a whole bunch of fish on some of these lures. So with that being said, I'm gonna fish a little bit on this side. I haven't fished over here in a minute. We're gonna go over here, fish a little bit, throw the Ned rig. I'll probably start off with it and then throw the jig a little bit, see what we can get into. We've had wind pretty consistently today, and we got bluebird skies with, I mean, a few little clouds. Y'all can see the few clouds that we have, but it's all about the Veritas PLX. These are my favorite rods, and if you think I'm lying, go back and click on any video over the past 4 years on this channel, and one of these rods is going to be featured. And I've added some, I've taken some away, but overall this is the best rod that you can get under $100. Like, I don't like to put like the fact label on something, like there's no other rod that you can use, but in my experience, in my opinion, give me 100 of these and I'm happy regardless. And I mean, I'm talking for tournament fishing, pond fishing, kayak fishing, bank fishing, whatever you're doing, give me 100 of these rods and I'm Gucci. And it's not a sell point, it's a fact. Like, this is, I would fight somebody over my 7-foot medium heavy Veritas PLX. I don't have the little protector on these like I should have. And also this hook's kind of bent out. Budget didn't allow for Ned rigs with weed guards. We got the, I bought a big, normally like at the beginning of the year, I'll just buy all the terminal tackle. I think I need, oh, there's bubbles coming up right there. That has to be a good sign, right? Or those are my bubbles. But normally at the beginning of the year, I'll just buy all the terminal tackle I'll need, and I found these on Amazon. They were super cheap. I got like I probably got about 100 Ned heads for, shoot, $20. But none of them had hook keepers. But I was doing a lot of like river fishing, and we were filming the Cahaba series, and I was like, I'll probably go through a lot of these, and I know they'll eat it, so I'd rather have too many than not enough. But bought a whole bunch of those, and also like buy a whole bunch of like 1/0, 2/0, 3/0 hooks, just in bulk packs, the cheapest hooks I can find, honestly. We're definitely not going to spend too much time, because I know for a fact this lake has been getting a lot more pressure than what it was when we first started coming out here. When we first started coming out here, it was nothing to come out here and catch 20 on a crankbait, a jerkbait, however you wanted to catch them, you could catch them. But over time, it slowly started to dwindle down. I don't know if that's a bite. It's not really moving. Yeah, I don't think that was a bite. I think I was hung. But that's a good sign, though. So I have all types of different rods, but the number one reason why I like these is just because they come in every shape and size. I have never broke one. Well, I've broken one. I broke the handle off of one, but like tips and everything, I flipped these rods off of side-by-sides. I feel like I say that every time I talk about them. When I was with Edwin, I flipped one of them off of a side-by-side. It was fine. And that, that right there kind of told me. I was like, yeah, these are the ones for me. They're just so, I hate to say they're durable outside of fishing, because I mean, I like to take care of myself. I like to tell you I'm not super rough on stuff, but I probably am if you ask anybody else. And I mean, like these rods, when I put them in the kayak, they're probably gonna fall, hit the ground. I'm gonna stub them up against trees. I haven't closed one in the trunk or a truck door or anything like that. I'm sure that might kill one, but I mean, like these are just solid, stout rods, and they do everything that you could possibly need them to do. I'm not gonna say they're the best rod in the world for every single application, because yeah, there's specialty rods. I really like the 610 winch for fishing a jerkbait, but like these are nice.
And I had a 6'6" medium that I fished a jerkbait with. It didn't really, it's kind of short for me. I'm a taller dude. I didn't really like that one too much, but. All right, I'm gonna shut up. Let's go find a fish to catch. I got bit right here. So there's definitely one over here. I don't have too much faith in it anymore. Actually, I'm gonna go try to get a little skip underneath this dock. There's gotta be one under there. Oh, wow, that was horrible. Oh, that's too good of a skip. Not really feeling the jig. We have some wind blowing when this water's not super clear, but like a little color like this in water that's kind of that emerald blue. It's not, you know, it's not like clear where you can see straight to the bottom, but I don't know, 3-4 foot of visibility. I feel like this could be good. It's either gonna work really well or it's not gonna work at all, but don't know until we try it. I'm sure the bite's good out here. You just have to have that right lure right now. That's a good one. That's a good one. I know that's a fish. Oh, he broke me off. I just hit myself in the face. Whew. Gosh, dude, that was a really good fish. I just punched myself in the face. I felt him pull like he's definitely wrapped around a tree or something, but that was no doubt minimum a 4-pounder, minimum. That was a good fish. Like, he was wrapped around something for sure. Or shoot, it could have even been like a catfish or something, but that was a really big one. Zero doubt in my mind about that. Like, that was one of the ones, like, I could feel him digging on the other side of whatever he was on, and like, I don't know, sometimes you can feel like, oh, it was just a fish that was wrapped around something. No, that was a good one. You can see the line where the line was frayed at. Ooh, I just punched myself in the face. Imagine I get a black eye from missed hook set. It's kind of like scoping yourself. Woo. Just punch myself in the face. All right, black and blue football jig. I feel like I go through so many of these jigs. Like every single trip I lose 2. And then I don't want to throw them anymore because I don't want to lose them all. And luckily they're not like crankbait jigs. All fishing lures are expensive, but jigs aren't too expensive to where you're like, man, I don't want to throw these. But also too, it's that time of year, like wintertime is time of year you're throwing like a black and blue jig like this and you'll slip up and catch a big one. Well, also too, a jig's one of those lures you can keep tied on all year round, and legit punch myself in the face over a fish. I need black and blue jigger crawls. Ooh, we got shaky heads in here. Egg rigs. Jigger crawl, not it. Cut the first little bit of this off. I was biting it, and then you kind of burp later and you taste that max and you're like, yeah, I'm never gonna put one of these in my mouth again. It's already boiled in the first place, putting any Maxent lure in your mouth. But The jig combo, I definitely need to get like maybe 15 pound. I don't think that'll hurt. Fluoro, so I don't have to deal with that heartbreak ever again. Let's just get another cast in there, who knows. So in theory, I'm thinking that, you know, over the summer you can probably get away with casting right up on the bank and catching fish. But now they're probably gonna be sitting a little bit further off, but I still wanna cast to the bank just to make my jig look as natural as possible and make it look like I didn't just tie it on. So we're gonna trying to make sure I cast it out and give myself enough room, not move the kayak too fast so I can have time to work it back to myself. All right, so this is the spot where over the summer I doubled up right here off of this log. There were two sitting on it. I have one, but it's literally wrapped around the side of a tree. Oh, he's still on there. Cool, cool. Oh, there's two. I got two. Dude, I got two. I got two. Dude, they're both huge. And they both came. Oh, let's go. I got two on the dime, baby. Okay, maybe it is cold. I feel like my casting's getting weird. I can't cast, I want to, because my fingers are, you know, your hand stops working. You know, at that point, it's probably like 55 degrees out here. I'm just in Alabamian. Somebody watching this right now in truly cold weather. Somebody's watching this and there's snow outside and they're like, shut up. Shut up. Somebody just winterized their boat. We're gonna wreck them on this jig. I just feel like we gotta get around them. Right now we're not around them, but either down this bank, because last time I was out here, there's a whole bunch of fish on this bank and I never really fish it. So I'll probably fish down this bank. There's a whole bunch of wood. Had a bite right there. Just wasn't paying attention when he picked it up. I just know the first one that we actually hook and feel is gonna be a 3-pounder. I can feel it. It's cold today. It just feels like you don't catch a lot, but if you stick it out, you get rewarded. I can tell that's the type of day we're having today. Oh, yeah, that's a good bite. Got him. That's not a 3-pounder, but it's a bass. Thank you, sir. Come here. Hey, calm down. All right, don't hit the rocks. Boom, baby, first one. Woo, it is cold out here, dog. It's getting colder and colder by the second. Look at that. Ooh. Through one side of the face, out the other. Sorry, sir. I didn't mean to double hook you. Whew. All right. Lord knows I never want to ever get hooked, but today's the day. I can't feel my fingers, so if I'm gonna put hopefully it's not that hook. I'll probably feel that pretty good. Boom. Knock on wood. Boom. It's fish number 1 of the day. Not a big one, but you know, it's a respectable fish. Good one. I'll take it. Especially after not catching anything. Beggars can't be choosers. Are you okay, Mr. Bass? I threw him back and he like turned upside down, but I think he's good. All right, cool. First one. And that was literally on no type of tree or anything. Both have had one bite on a tree, one just kind of out in the open like this. It seems like kind of these where the rock kind of takes over and there's no tree, seems like where they're kind of hanging out at. But how these banks are sloped, I'm sure over the years there's a whole bunch of logs and whatnot just all down this bank, so you really can't go wrong with. You can't cast at the trees you see. It's probably the trees you don't see, because the trees you see are the ones that get the cast made to them. But like if you look up in that tree, not sure if y'all can see it, but there's a big chunk of one of those trees up there that's missing, so I'm sure that's probably what that fish was down there hanging out around. Hey, first one on the jig. Day's not a waste. Let's go. Let's go. We're not just out here cold and bored. We're cold and catching fish. God, it's so cool. I really would like to catch a couple on that spinning rod, but I don't have any Ned rigs with weed guards on them, and if there's a lot of trees I can feel on the bottom, so it might be kind of difficult to really get that established, even keep one down there without knocking it or getting it hung up on the trees. Oh, there's a good one. That's a good one. I don't know if I hooked him good or not. There's the good one. Came off. Whew. I knew it. I didn't hook him good. He was kind of on slack line when I hooked him. I knew the good one was coming for sure, but when I hooked him, I was like, yeah, he's not hooked good. That's not. And I didn't want to like pop it again because I was scared I was just gonna pull it out of his mouth. But I knew for a fact whenever we hooked one, that was the 3-pounder that I felt like was coming in. That one honestly kind of like a spot too. That was a big fish. Oh, broke off. I'm 0 for 2. I mean, I've been dragging this jig all around different logs and trees and stuff. Gosh, that's not good. That one was kind of playing like the cat and mouse game. Like he'd pick it up and I'd feel him and he'd drop it. And he'd pick it up, felt him and dropped it and just reeled the slack out. And I was like, next time I pick up on it, it's tight, I'm gonna set the hook. I mean, he didn't swim with it or anything. You could just kind of feel like the jig move a little bit and then the line would be tight and I just set it. I mean, they were eating it, but this isn't a math channel. All right, we're gonna switch it up. We were throwing black and blue. Let's throw some purple in there. Y'all like purple? I really haven't thrown a purple jig too much, but it's one of those jigs I've always wanted to throw. Because whenever I see somebody throwing it, they're throwing like the peanut butter and jelly combination. I'm like, oh, that looks so cool. And then I get hungry. All right. I'm gonna throw this. Next time I feel like I'm learning a lesson that for my jig combo, whichever one I'm gonna specify as a jig combo for the day, I need to have like 15-pound braid or 15-pound fluoro. Just for fishing around all the trees and everything, and just be a little bit more abrasion resistant. Oh, there was a bite on the purple jig. Purple jig, baby. Purple people eater. How do you say that? But like incorporate jig. Purple jig eater. There we go. Purple jig eater. Purple jig eater. Boat flipping. Oh, big one. Why is he behind me? Dude, how is that? Oh my gosh, dude, I'm gonna break this rod. Okay. Dude, okay, just stop. Just go right there. Okay. Purple jig eater. Purple jig eater, let's go. That was so hectic. That was a beautiful flip. It was just I flipped them behind me. Let's go, baby. Purple jig eater. I mean, he barely had it. It's crazy the color on some of these fish in here. Oh, he has something in his throat. Oh, you weren't going nowhere, dude. It's crazy, like sometimes when you really get to fishing, I don't know how much time you have to spend out on the water to like, you know, just kind of get that feel. But it's safe to say I've spent a good amount of time on the water. That whole process, when I flipped him, he goes behind me and I'm trying to figure out where to put him on this side. I never panicked one time thinking I was going to lose the fish. There's our bass, baby. Should we weigh him? I don't know. Yeah, let's weigh him. Purple jig eater, baby. Purple jig eater. Leave it in the comments. Tell your family there's purple jig eaters here, baby. All right, let's see. 3, 2. Hey, you're gonna. Okay, 3-pounder. Well, that would have been our second 3-pounder of the day if we would have landed that first one, but cool. Nonetheless, always fun. Thank you, bass. Look how gold. I mean, this bass is colored like a smallmouth, and his body even kind of looks like one too. I mean, we've gotten actually quite a few good bites down this bank. Just haven't capitalized on them. Have been, you know, fooling with something else in the kayak, and by the time I get around to trying to set the hook, the fish is already gone. But I only got this one. Purple jig eater. Leave it in the comments. Purple jig eater. There we go. Not a big one? Come on, baby. Purple jig eater. Hey, purple jig eater. It's fish number 3. I feel like we got something going. I'm just sucking it up. Alright guys, so I want to show you all the rods that I was telling you about in the video. This is the 6.6 fast medium heavy. This is the one I was talking about I used to use for jerk baits. I really don't use it too much anymore, but it's there if I need it. It's there if I need it. And then next, this is a 7.6 heavy. I use this one for frogs. I have some 7.3 heavies that I really like for frogs, but I use this one for like frogs, flipping, just really whatever, like bigger application, whatever I need a bigger rod for. Anything that's big application, big swim baits, frogging, whatever. This is my big one, and I normally switch the reels out on this one. So right now I have it set up for like frogging or flipping, but I have a bigger reel that I put on here for throwing a big swim bait. And I have multiple of this one right here. This is a 7.3 heavy. This is a frogging rod, or just like a topwater rod. And when I say topwater, I mean like frogs and buzz baits. I like to throw anything with treble hooks that's a topwater lure on a 7-foot medium heavy, like a 7.2, something like that. But this 7.3 heavy, basically exclusively a frog rod. I really like this reel. It's a 10-1-1 gear ratio reel, so you can cast, get your lure back, cast, get your lure back. It's sweet. This is the Revo rocket that we used in the video. This is a 7-foot medium spinning rod. I like it. And last but not least, I might have a few of these. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a 7-foot medium heavy, just regular, good old, do anything with it. Got the Revo STX on there. And this is honestly, this is probably my favorite rod. Like if you were gonna surprise me with a fishing rod, I'd want it to be this one right here. I have other rods that I really like, but I mean, just overall favorite, this is 100% in. I've had this rod for a while. I've had some of these rods probably for 4 or 5 years now, and I'm not breaking guides on them. I'm not snapping them in half. Like, I've had other rods that I just go through, but like all of these rods, they're just hard to beat. And it's hard to beat, especially like putting them in the car every day, taking them out of the car, putting them in a kayak, taking them out of the kayak. Just having something that you know is durable. I could drop this rod on the ground. I'm not going to. I could slam it on the ground, and I'd be willing to put $100 on it. I wouldn't break it. So, I mean, if you look at them, a lot of the ends of the rods are dirty because I stick them in the water. I bang them up against rocks to unstick crankbaits, bang them up against wood, whatever, to unstick a jig. And I mean, this is such a beautiful rod. And I think it's safe to say I'll probably fish with these rods for the rest of my life, unless there's some new crazy rod technology that comes out in this series. I'm sure I'll probably have one of these rods with me if you watch this video 10 years from now. Or if I'm still making videos 10 years from now, you'll probably still see one of these rods somewhere in one of those videos. So with that being said, don't forget to fish mine. Have a good day. See y'all.
Chasing a bag, I'm racing the clock. Look at them block, watching them flop. Used to see this in my sleep. When I ain't had shit on my thoughts in the car, I really was lost. Now I'm public with the soundscapes.